Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 3.
We're going to talk about an issue associated with the SDG 16.2, which aims to end abuse, exploitation, trafficking, and all forms of violence and torture against children. I'm going to talk about a thing which is a kind of mineral around you. It's in your daily life, and there are some dark secrets behind the thing. But I'm not going to tell you now. Let me tell you a story. Surma Kumari is a 9-year-old kid living in India. One day, when she and her sister were mining, the tunnel they were working in suddenly collapsed. Surma got hurt in that accident. Every time she walks, the wound still hurts. However, her sister was not as fortunate as her. Actually, she was buried beneath a big rock, and she died. Even though Surma Kumari underwent that tragedy, she and her mother still have no choice but to keep mining in that hazardous working place. Until now, stories like Kumari are still happening. The unregulated nature of mica opens the door to dangerous work conditions and unreasonable pay. Families are trapped in a cycle of tragedy. Laborers don't get paid reasonably to afford a school tuition. Not to mention the opportunities to change your lives. They have to survive. So, what are they mining for? It's mica. Mica is the key ingredient in cosmetics that makes your face shiny and your lips glossy. It's very possible that their blood is on your face now.
So you might be wondering, what exactly is mica? Mica is a kind of mineral that can be found in the soil. It has a very wide variety of applications. For example, just as my partner mentioned, mica can not only make makeups, but also carpets look shiny. It is also widely used in electronic products. So now let's talk about the problems associated with mica. India on the left and Madagascar on the right are two of the largest mica exporting countries in the world. However, without proper equipment, mica sectors in the two countries prefer to hire child workers. Because they are cheaper, their smaller bodies also help them fit better into the narrow tunnel they need to mine in. Let's look at the situation in Madagascar. According to a research by SOMO, an organization in Netherlands that devotes to researches, 62% of all the miners are underage, which is approximately 10,000 children. Their salary a day is about $1, which is roughly 30 Taiwan dollars. They work in harmful working environments, with dust falling constantly onto their heads, which can lead to respiratory disease, severe injuries, and sometimes death. They don't have access to education because they're simply not paid enough to get some. The situations mentioned above indicate that the child worker's human right is disregarded.
There are many two approaches taken in the cosmetic industry. They use synthetic mica or make sure the mica is ethically sourced. The first one is Lush. As a pioneer, Lush started to use synthetic mica to replace natural mica because they can assure the source is clean. The second one is RMI. RMI refers to the Responsible Mica Initiative. In the beginning, RMI was initiated by several beauty brands, then some other car brands joined in. It is committed to establishing a fair, responsible, and sustainable supply chain that will eliminate dangerous working conditions and eradicate child labor by 2022.
While the approaches have very kind intention, there are some disadvantages about it. First, let's look at Lush, the beauty brand. While Lush does not use naturally mined mica at all. Some critics say that they may be potentially taking away the job opportunities the miners originally had. On the other hand, it's really a pity that Responsible Mica Initiative only operates in Jharkhand and Bihar, India, which is only 2 of the places out of many regions in the world where mica is mined.
After knowing the facts, we might think about what we can do for them. This is a controversial issue, and it's complicated. Although we don't know how the results of the 2 approaches will be, what we're sure about is we need people to participate in, and raising awareness among customers is the first and the most crucial step.
Indeed. According to a research by SOMO, an organization in Netherlands that endeavors devoted to the issue of mica child labor. Although Taiwan does not have mica child workers, Taiwan's cosmetic market depends heavily on the mica mined by children. However, issues associated with mica child labor is almost never discussed in Taiwan. Therefore, raising awareness is truly the first and the most crucial step of all. We should not only educate ourselves about the issue, we should also let others know, spread the words, to let others know about the inhuman situation behind their makeup. The second step is buy smart. We are the ones with the money. We are the ones who get to decide what to purchase. Doing research, such as simply reading the labels or Googling online, can help consumers understand whether there is unethical mica in their product. Last but not least, there's always more you can do about the issue. You can simply recommend your favorite ethical beauty brands on your social media. Or you can take it one step further by donating to the organizations that endeavors to end mica child labor. At the very end of our presentation, we would like to strongly urge you to raise awareness on mica child labor, buy smart, and do more than that if you can.